Hello Aries, and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. In this video we're going to take a look at what kind of energies you can expect in the month of August in the areas of love and relationship. As usual, this is a general reading, so please take whatever resonates and leave the rest behind. We're going to start with your spirit animal oracle card, and the card that has a message for you today is number 66, White Raven Spirit. Trust the magic. So this is kind of like all about coincidences, that some of you might be getting some signs, and all of these are you need to pay attention to these synchronicities and recognize some of these patterns because they have some kind of a message for you. This is kind of like one of those lucky changes that are kind of the universe is conspiring on your behalf right now to bring you something great. So definitely align yourself with your highest good and trust the magic that something great, something magical is coming into your life. But let's see what the tarot is telling us. In the center of your reading, you do have the Devil card, which is very interesting, like with the sixes, but this is all about imbalance. You need to pay attention to what is out of balance in your life, because definitely can be something from that nature, because the Devil comes up when you need to balance things. So for example, if you are single, you might going through relationships that are not fulfilling you emotionally, and just one night stands. If you are in an existing relationship, you might be in a relationship where there's some dependency or some kind of there's a dependency, or some of you are kind of going through some addiction as well, because that's a kind of a dependency as well. It can be a relationship where one party is controlling the other one more. Then it can be also where there's some issues in terms of imbalance, or you or your partner might be dealing with alcohol or drugs or some kind of a dependency of that nature. The Devil always has a side that's kind of draw you in. Maybe you are in a toxic relationship, but something is always kind of get you back into this. Definitely some of you might be feeling that you are kind of in a situation where you don't see the way out of it, but the Devil is always there to remind you that you actually have the choice to get out of it. So you need to kind of make a decision how you want to get out of it. Some of you might be going through some negative cycles, repetitive cycles as well, when the Devil shows up in your reading. The first card we have here for you is the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is all about balancing and juggling things in your life. Some of you need to balance how much time you spend with working or with your loved ones. Some of you need to balance relationships. Some of you need to balance emotions. It always has some kind of this up and down feel to it as well for me, when sometimes you are at the highest and then you kind of go into a low, which kind of goes sometimes when you're dealing with dependencies, that sometimes you're feeling super happy and sometimes you are not. But the next card we have here for you is the King of Wands. King of Wands as a court card can be a person, your energy, or just the general energy of the card. This is somebody who's very charismatic. He is kind of like one of those sexy people, somebody who likes adventures, somebody who likes new things, and it's a very warm-hearted person, but this person doesn't like to be clinged on, doesn't like if their freedom is in jeopardy. So it has a little bit of a player energy. So some of you might be dealing with somebody like that, especially with this Devil energy, where this person is very passionate but they're not necessarily want to settle down. But you have here the Death and Rebirth card, number 13, which is an indication that a chapter of your life is ending or has ended, and a new one is beginning. This is the card of change, and there's many ways you can deal with change. What's really important with this change, that you accept the change. So if you went through a breakup, if you went through an end of a relationship, make sure that you don't fight it, you accept it, because the that is indicating something that just cannot be changed. It is done forever. But it can be also that a chapter of relationship is ending and a new one is beginning. So maybe if the relationship is working out well for you, it is turning into a more serious relationship. For some of you, it can be an indication of getting engaged, getting married, having children. But definitely your previous life is ending. And you have the Six of Wands, which is a beautiful energy of being in the center of attention, being very successful. This is the card that's kind of tells us that you're going to be victorious, you're going to be able to achieve whatever you want, you're able to win over the devil as well in your life, and you're also the center of attention. So this can be an indication that there are many people that are interested in you this period of time, but this is also about full of success. And you have the Knight of Cups, the most romantic knight from all. This is some kind of an action that's coming from the heart. It can be an invitation to go out on a date, it can be a romantic message, but it can be also an invitation to move in with each other, or getting married, or getting engaged as well. Definitely a great romantic gesture that's in your life right now. But let's see what's going to be the final outcome of this reading. But before that, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. That's an indication that the reading helped you, and you can also help me to grow my channel to make sure that more people get the reading, especially those who need it the most. For you, it is only costing a push of a button, so I hope that you already pushed those like and subscribe buttons. Only a very few % of people end up signing up, so I hope that you're going to be one of them. And I'm always very excited to read in the comment how this reading is resonating with your life. So your reading continues with the Ten of Pentacles, which is a beautiful energy of stability. This is kind of like also indicating that the cycle is ending, but this is a beautiful energy of when you're creating your own generation, creating your own family of based on traditional values. This can be also a sign that maybe some of you are dealing with a person who is richer than you are, or somebody in a relationship is coming from a wealthier background. But again, this is all about creating your family, so it can be a sign of getting engaged, getting married, and establishing a long-term relationship. I can't take my eyes off of the child as well, so some of you might be getting a child, or maybe a child is on their way, but this is a beautiful energy of stability and long-term relationship. You also have here the temperance, which is indicating that the angels are with you, the angels are guiding you, and you definitely need to be patient. But this is also a card of healing. So if you went through some addiction, if you went through some challenges in your life that were challenges to get through, it's an indication that you're healing from that. Temperance is also a sign that you have all the ingredients you need to make your dreams come true. You just need to be patient. You shouldn't rush into anything. Just take one step at a time, especially if you're kind of in a new relationship. Make sure that you don't rush into anything. And you also have here the King of Cups. King of Cups can be a person, your energy, or just the energy of the card. This is somebody who is very balanced, somebody who leads from the heart, somebody who is using his brain as well, not just his heart. So because of that, he's very balanced and very stable person as well. So some of you might be actually leveling up here from this Knight of Cups to King of Cups, which is great to see. Some of you need to make a choice between two people, because you have two kings here. One of them is the King of Wands and the other is the King of Cups. The King of Wands for me is more this player, very sexy, very passionate person, and you have the King of Cups, who's more emotional, stable, a more emotional person, but emotionally very stable, a very wise father figure. So you have to maybe choose between somebody you can settle down with, or somebody who is more of there for fun. The choice is definitely yours. And you have here at the bottom of the deck the Knight of Swords, which is kind of like all about rushing into something, rushing into and getting things done. It can be also a sign of things are speeding up in your life. Things are happening fast when this shows up. Maybe somebody steps into your life and the emotions are evolving very quickly, or a relationship is developing very quickly. But definitely can be an indication of a big change that's coming into your life, something that you've been expecting in terms of getting engaged, getting married, or a new relationship where the emotions are developing very fast. Sometimes this card, if the relationship is not going that well, can be an indication that the other party is thinking about leaving the relationship. But I think there's some kind of an ending here that you've been going through, but it's kind of leading you to some kind of a success and some stability, of long-term stability. You just need to make sure that you are not rushing into anything, right? It's very interesting how it is right beside the Temperance, which is telling you to be patient and don't rush into anything. So that's all I have for you. Just make sure that you trust in the magic, and that good things are on your way. And I hope that this reading helped you, and I'll be able to welcome you again.